Nouns and proper nouns is a lesson on spelling, punctuation, and grammar. This is an excerpt of my lesson plan. The learning purpose is to introduce and consolidate what nouns and proper nouns are. The Victorian curriculum section that it satisfies is exploring differences in words that represent people, places, and things, such as nouns, including pronouns, happenings and states, qualities, and details such as when, where, and how. Students are working towards level 6 of the literacy curriculum. The success criteria is for students to correctly identify proper nouns from common nouns. The assessment will take place in form of reflection. Students will share their work and feedback will be given accordingly. Moreover, students' workbooks will be checked for completion of tasks. So this is what we did together on the board with the students. So I did a bit of revision of what nouns are. So that's name, place, or thing. And to extend this knowledge, I introduced what proper nouns are, which is a name used for an individual, person, place, or organisation spelt with a capital letter. Now, I put an extra emphasis on the word individual and capital letter by giving it a double underline because these two words are what define the differences between the proper noun and a common noun. And below the definition, there is a whole pool of proper nouns and common nouns. Together as a class, we identified the proper nouns by circling them. Now we have different proper nouns that we've identified, such as brands, such as Nike and Adidas, Coke, names of people, such as Marianne and Hannah. And we also have dog breeds, such as German Shepherds. Now there is one other problem with these proper nouns is that they're not capitalized. So for the individual activity, I made up a Wordle for students and they were to highlight all the proper nouns that they can find and they had to edit these words by giving it a capital letter. Following this activity, students were to use the proper nouns and write them in sentences. So this is an example of a student's work. The first sentence is, Anna is a student at La Trobe. Another sentence is, Catherine went to the Moomba Festival and on the way home she got a husky. So we can see that the student has identified the proper nouns by giving them a capital letter. So for example, the names, Anna and Catherine, La Trobe, the university, Moomba with a capital M. So in terms of inclusion, all students in the class participated in the activity. Higher achieving students were expected to identify more proper nouns in the Wordle and to write more descriptive sentences. Lower achieving students will be given more assistance by prompting and scaffolding. So for example, remember a proper noun is like a name of a person. Upon reflection, students learnt a lot during the lesson. There was a great discussion about what proper nouns are and how they are different from common nouns. Students demonstrated good critical thinking skills when inquiring about the definition of proper nouns, that it has to be individual. For example, there are 2 Collingwood colleges. Does that still make it a proper noun? This led to a good discussion to clarify the meaning of a proper noun.